Okay, so let's check this out. All right, so I'm looking over the land of Bolivia, Panama, just in that region, with Guadalajara and stuff like that. I'm looking over that, right? And I seen the Nahuatl name on the map, and I was looking it up, and it was like supposed to be one of the uh, direct Aztec nations, and of the Aztec people, and the Opa Chali is one of the gods. When you look them up, you're gonna see that they have like different shades of gods. And I was reading about this character, and it was weird because as I'm reading about him, he's got brown skin like ours. He's left-handed. He wields the spear, and I thought that's interesting because and he's supposed to be the god of rain for the Aztecs, and I thought that's weird, right? Because it almost sounds like he's a member of the tribe of Benjamin. But like I said, as I was looking at the name Nethwaddle, I was thinking that that's not, that I knew I'd seen something that looked familiar. I just couldn't put my finger on it. And I know I know the spelling is different. They have a P. They don't have a P here. It's the. But I'm like, it looks enough though. If I can just figure out, if I can sit down and do a study, I'm pretty sure. I'm feeling confident that these names are related. I don't mean to throw up that sign. I'm sorry, but these two names, the Nahuatl and the that was the other thing too. When I was looking at the translation of the Nahuatl, I put in I was looking up in Latin, and I put English as the name, the language I was translating it, into, and it says that if you translate from Latin into English, the Hebrew tribe from that into English is their name's supposed to be the facilitators. So and also was another layer I haven't figured out where they're supposed to be facilitating. So that's just something that I've worked on right now. Like I've been going over some of the old stuff, some of the old things I used to look into. I don't know why, but it's been on my mind to do that as well. So just waiting to get some of the stuff back from DC and take care of my landlord. And my sister sent me something interesting today. She sent me a video where the United States, they've been secretly and quietly. I know I spelled Hebrew wrong, so what not? Worried about spelling everything else right, and that's the one thing I got wrong. Why? But she sent me a video where the United States has been privately trying to send people of Guyana heritage that are here in the United States. They're trying to deport them to Guyana in Africa and make a mockery out of them. Basically, excuse me, an embarrassment of them, putting them in handcuffs and all that stuff. And I'm telling you, like as I'm watching this stuff, I'm like, our people, if you're not down for Africa and you're not down for all that, you need to put it in writing. You need to do something. I mean, I believe in an affidavit, and make especially one that's not rebuttal, so stands as true. But I mean, right, you drop an affidavit and put your, down who you are. I'm still trying to figure this out. I'm trying to go over. We know about the Declaration of Human Rights, and we know we have the right to a nationality, and we know we have the right to change the nationality. It's in Article 15 of that. I had heard people that had called into speak to the women that were talking about the birth certificate and how they killed it and put it to death and all that stuff. It was on the black child. He was using their interview. I heard one guy in the second half of the black child's video where he was calling in and he was talking about he used the Declaration of Human Rights to change his nationality. So I want to see if someone actually puts that out there. I've been actually going over the State Department website because it mentions nationality in certain sections. So I wanted to read about it and see if there's actually where it gives the instructions on how to change it. from there. But I'm just saying, I can see it now. Everything they've been doing to the people of Mexico and South America and stuff like that, sending them down there, separating the children and the parents. I don't even like to use the word parents because now we know, like, the legal definition. It's a parent is one who doesn't have full custody of the child. So, just like, what was it, commerce, right? Commerce means to have sex, or intercourse. I didn't know that until the last few weeks. So I'm just trying to change my vocabulary, but watching them do this to these people from Guyana, how long will it be until they're like, oh, well, we'll just grab somebody off the street and say, oh, we found crack on them, and then even though we know that's not a crime, it's a code violation, but how many of our people know how to argue it or care to argue it? Because I've noticed a lot of our people have this mentality that it's not worth it, and they feel defeated. But I could just see them doing it to those that have nothing on record, or just those that haven't been outspoken and pointed out, I'm not, this is my land. I've always been here, And I think this is the important part of when you do the 2020 census, if we are here to do it, is to make sure you put a nation, anywhere from Central America to South America. So if they do want to deport you, if you don't want to end up over in Africa, you can end up, down in the Americas, still on your soil, I'm going to see if I can find that video. There's also, I've seen Trump was supporting that Spain build a wall to keep people from trying to leave North Africa or Africa, I'm sorry, leaving there from Morocco and stuff like that, and going up into Spain and going that way around the Mediterranean. So basically, they're just walling them all in, because Egypt already built a wall along with the help of the Ashkenazis, So